What's real quick, guys? 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee in for some noises, guys. What kind of noises? I don't know. They seem to think it's the infamous Pentastar tick. Ooh, that was a slow start. Now, do I hear anything right now? I hear nothing but a stupid bell. So let me close this door. All right, I do not hear the Pentastar tick, but that's not a good way to check it, guys. Let's do this because I'm afraid of these. Anytime I'm dealing with, let me turn this off. Anytime I'm dealing with noises from engine, I first want to verify that the stupid engine even got oil in it. Okay, yes, you are not about to seize up on me and my possession. So yes, the Pentastar. Okay, again, I didn't hear no ticking noise. I heard some crunching noise, but not so much ticking noise. But what I want to do, first verify, yes, that there's oil in it. Okay, it ain't even got to be full. I want to see if there's actually oil in it. Now, this is a shorts video, so y'all stay tuned for the full video. Alrighty, guys, I'm now in the shop. And guys, for the life of me, I still cannot hear engine noise, ticking noise, valve train noise. 153,000 miles. I want to hear some noise before I attempt any kind of valve train repair. Guys, keep in mind, if valve train parts are broken, it should be constant noise, okay? Not go away or come back sometime. It would be that case, that would be the case if it's a hydraulic type noise, like a hydraulic valve lash adjuster. Okay, yes, those can tick and go away and come back and go away. But if you got a physically broken part, such as a rocker arm, in some cases those will continue. The noise would be repetitious. It would keep making the noise. All right, so I'm not hearing that. All right, I'm not hearing the Pentastar tick. Let me put it that way. All right, so I'm letting it idle now. I verified outside that I do have some oil in it. I hate running the car. I hate bringing a car into the shop unless I'm assured there's some oil in it. Your engine is not finna seize up on me in my possession while I'm driving it at all, especially based on the complaint. And the complaint was engine oil. So I've been burnt too many times to know. Go ahead and check the oil while you're here. Just before you do anything, check the oil. That's what you saw outside. So let's go outside and take a closer look, guys. All right. I'm not hearing anything from inside, so let's go into the hood and see if we can hear it. Let's get it. Ooh, righty. Uh-oh. I do hear something. Oh, boy. Y'all hear that? Let me put the mic down here. Yeah, I hear something, but that's not a ticking. That's not a valve train noise. Okay, who the hell said that? Who came up with that? Now I'm hearing some noises, guys, some accessory type noises. All right, guys, what we're gonna do right now, we're trying to find out why this engine making that smaller clattering noise. Customers seem to think it's a valve train ticking noise. No, I'm very familiar with how the Pentastar valve train, the noise that it will give off if that's the problem. Okay, this is not a ticking. This is not a Pentastar tick. Okay, there's something going on in this area. So what we're gonna do, or what I advise you to do to start, remove the serpentine belt. Remember this is a serpentine belt, so it operates various pulleys and idler pulleys and alternator, water pump. So if you take that belt off and start the car and the noise is gone, that simply means that your noise was in one of these accessory pulleys. All right, but I'm gonna go one step further. I'm gonna go ahead and take the belt off and start spinning things and see if I can find something that way. Y'all ready, man? Let's get it. All right, there went the belt. Now let's start with this. Man, it's kind of noisy in the shop because that's not really, if you spin that, that's not really giving off any noise. Let me take y'all down here. Let's do this one. Wow, I actually thought this was the problem, guys. You spinning that, normally you get that. This car has over 100,000 miles, so if this is the original pulley and it's not noisy, it did good. Okay, this is the crankshaft which drives the belt. We got here the water pump. Let's see. Uh-oh. Guys, y'all hear that? Oh my goodness, that's it. That's the noise. Oh. Y'all hear that? So the longer it spins, so which means if it's idling, And you hearing that? That's what it is, guys. Wow. Yes, I felt it. Let's don't leave out the compressor. It's hard to do the compressor that way because if the clutch is not engaged, number one, you will not be able to turn the pulley. All right, if the clutch was engaged, but this free spinning clutch right here, there's no noise in this. This is my problem. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so relieved. So this water pump is dying a slow death. Guys, don't start to crap about, yeah, you should have known it's a Chrysler or Dodge. This water pump has over 100-some thousand miles on it, guys. This is the original water pump. Okay, actually, in all actuality, it did good. You get 100,000 miles out of your water pump, you're doing good. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm relieved. I thought I was gonna find that, but yeah, you can hear it. Whoa. Yep. All right, so let me write up my estimate accordingly. When I do water pumps, because I'm messing with the cooling system. That's a very important system on your car, guys. Want to keep the engine cool at an operating temperature. I tend to go with a new thermostat. I tend to go with new coolant. In other words, I'm gonna flush the cooling system. Again, it's over 100,000 miles. The coolant should be flushed anyway at that mileage, but I'm gonna go a step further and recommend a thermostat along with the water pump and a cooling system flush. All right, now take a look at this belt, guys, while you got it off. Remember, guys, it's hard to judge belts by the cracks. Okay, some would say the cracks are normal, so I tend to judge them by age. All right, this look fairly good. I don't know if they just replaced it or not, so I'll let the salesman. Well, yeah, this look fairly good. Look like it has been replaced once in its life. Now, from this point, guys, look to call over and see if there's anything you can upsell that's needed. Mind you, keep in mind what I said. That's needed. Okay. Typically, guys, hear me out. You do not bother with upselling anything until you address the problem. That is what I have done. I have addressed the issue that they came in for. The issue was the issue was ticky noise or noise in the engine area. All right. So on that note, I'm gonna write this estimate up, guys. Y'all stay tuned. If they buy it, that's no big deal about replacing water pumps. It's held on by a few boats, but some people like to watch. I get it. I understand. So I'm gonna let this car in the air and finish my inspection, write my estimate up accordingly, and that's all I have on this video, guys. Thanks for watching.